Urban Meyer has been hired by the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have come to an agreement. Our guy, Michael Lombardi, dropped a Lombo Bombo this morning saying that you can go ahead and lock that one in. Now, all the insiders were trying to get this scoop, but now Urban Meyer will be headed down to Jacksonville. There's allegedly a couple names popping up for the GM position. They'd been meeting for a month or so, I guess, so we've only heard about a couple meetings. I assume they're on that yacht more than once together. What was Urban talking to Shad Khan about? Was it about the control factor? Was it about who gets to make the roster cuts? Is it about how the operation is run? Or is it a mutual agreement on the money? Is it a money thing? Nobody will ever know. I assume that won't come out. Hopefully this works out for Duval because they have the number 1 overall pick. They got like $75 million in cap space. They got a new head coach. They got 2 pools in their stadium. Is this going to be the biggest and best times of the Jacksonville Jaguars organization's existence? They get 11 draft picks in the 2021 draft, including number 1 and 7 in the first 4 rounds, north of $75 million in the 2021 cap space, and they have a guy who everybody is thinking is recruiting a lot of very well-known NFL coaches to join him down there, as he doesn't have much experience at all in the NFL. A lot of college football coaches have come into the men's league and completely failed. Some have had a lot of success. What will Urban Meyer be? Will he be able to remain healthy enough to coach Jacksonville to a Super Bowl? TBD, we shall see. Urban Meyer? Yeah.
Wow.
He's getting the gig, huh? He's flying on a, let's start judging the plane. That is a Citation, it looks like. It looks like it's a little thin. I would prefer a Hawker, which is a little bit of a fatter plane. It's more like an SUV flying through the sky. The Citation is a little bit quicker. For those that don't know, a Citation, and by the way, I'm not 100% certain that is a Citation plane. I'm just if it is a Citation plane, it was the original like Wall Street plane. Ooh. Like that was like the old school Wall Street plane. You know, they got money, let's go ahead and travel. Probably a lot of cocaine and other things that have been done on Citation planes. So I am a Hawker fan myself, unless it's the Citation 10, the Citation X, which is the fastest plane in the sky. It flies, how fast was it? 750 miles an hour?
Yeah. Oh, it's moving.
It takes an hour off of your flights if you need them. But if anything goes wrong, it is over. Now, that's basically with every plane. So I respect that they flew the plane up to get old Urban. He has landed in Duval County. Some info on what Urban Meyer is getting with the Jaguars. Most cap space in the league, 11 draft picks, first overall pick, talent on roster includes. Yeah, I got that. Big congrats, Urban Meyer, getting a head coaching gig.
Yeah, wow.
I think he has always wondered if it would work in the NFL. I talked to, yesterday we talked to Rich Rod, by the way, which that was a fun time. It was a very fun time. But I think Rich Rod, when I talked to him whenever he played, when Ole Miss played Mississippi State, and I got the chance to talk to him for the first time, I asked him about coaching in the NFL, you know, because his offense is now in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, he basically told me, he never had a vision to do it, but he always wondered if he would be able to work up there, right? And I don't think Rich Rod would ever want to go up there, but he did have that answer. He was like, I always thought to myself, I wonder how many times Urban Meyer has thought to himself, like, I could probably go do the NFL if I had to. I wonder if he sees that Saban's the greatest college football coach of all time, and he goes, you know what Saban couldn't do? He couldn't coach in the NFL. Let's go ahead and do that. Or if this is just to, you know, one final thing off the bucket list to do is go have a successful NFL run as a coach. We'll see. Hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy enough, okay? Last 2 stops have ended in health situations. A lot of success. I guess Utah he had success. Florida he had success. Ohio State he had success. Those are a very different sport than the NFL. We'll see how it goes down there in Duval County. Good for Jacksonville, though. They make a splash hire. Seems like that's what Shad Khan wanted. Now, granted, splash hires don't mean a goddamn thing if they don't work out. It's just a good headline. You win a day in the offseason. Will he be able to win some games? We shall see. He's going to surround himself with NFL coaches, he said. Ooh. Well, the report said. Who knows if he said that or if the Jacksonville Jaguar people said, hey, also we need this to get out there. Anybody that's attacking us for hiring a guy that doesn't know anything about the NFL, let's go ahead and get this out here as well. We're going to hire very, very super NFL knowledgeable coaches, basically was a report. A lot of NFL big brains coming in here with Urban Meyer as well. It's like, well, we'll see. I can't wait to see how it goes. What are you going to say, Diggs?
I was going to say something dumb like maybe he'll bring Alex Smith in as a backup to or Trevor Lawrence since they were together at Utah.
The interesting thing there is, what if Fields, Ohio State guy, right? He's up there, the second quarterback in on most mock drafts. Is Trevor Lawrence a lock to go to Jacksonville? And by the way, we told you just 1 week ago that when this hire happens, this will be the exact conversation that will happen on sports shows everywhere. Is Urban Meyer in his Ohio State allegiances? So much so that when he's on the sideline of Ohio State games, he looks like he's still coaching Ohio State in Ohio State's games. Whenever he's doing the halftime show or the pregame show for Ohio State, he is talking as if he is still the Ohio State coach. He is loved in Ohio. Absolutely loved over there.
Before the season started, he did say he would take Lawrence over Fields this year.
We'll see.
Okay, we'll see.
Well, who does Shad come?
Will Ohio State bury him if he doesn't take Fields at number 1 or whatever? No, but also, what you're about to say, Shad Khan said he's calling the shots around here.
Yeah, so who does he want? That's what we need to find out.
How many trips on that yacht do you think Urban Meyer had to? Which trip onto the yacht? Because they said they've been meeting for a month now at this point. Yeah. Which trip do you think Urban Meyer was finally like, all right, fuck it, you can make the decisions? Because I assume the first couple conversations were like Shad Khan being like, I'd like to still have my hands on things, and Urban Meyer going, yeah, all right. And leaving. Then coming back, hey, this is what we're thinking money-wise, and the control. Because everybody assumes that that's what is going to ultimately be the issue. Is Urban Meyer in college, you control every single moment of your players' lives. Whenever you don't have that control, is it still going to be able to work? We'll see how it goes. A.J. Hawk, who knows Urban pretty well, said he thinks Urban's going to do well up there. Say he's a good communicator, good leader. We'll see. He's not going to be the offensive guy or the defensive guy. He's just the head coach who's a rallier, which is what you need, by the way.
Yeah.
I think, not always, but I feel like that has been a pretty good system in the NFL's history.
Yeah, and to your point, I believe I saw one of the tweets this morning that after the first meeting and stuff like that, those meetings were about facility upgrades and stuff like that Urban wanted before he took the job.
By the way, love that. All these other coaches are taking these Zoom calls, hoping and praying for a goddamn gig. Urban, since he had success in college, he's able to go down to Shad Khan's yacht and go, that practice facility ain't going to fucking cut it.
Nope.
Are we the Bengals, dude? Put a roof on that thing.
Bigger pool.
Need to connect those pools.
Yeah, please.
Please.
Immediately.
The cabanas, too. Family's going to need 2 of those.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then I would 50 to 60,000 more people in the stadium. Go ahead and build on top of that.
Add an upper bowl.
Shad Khan's like, I guess, man. All right,
Let's
Jesus.
do it.
I mean, we could have hired goddamn Joe Brady. He was just begging for a gig. God damn it. But we'll do it, I guess. Let's go. I feel like Urban Meyer, I feel like he has successful operations.
Yeah.
There's a lot of question marks around every single one. Every single exit, there's a lot of question marks. People are like, what happened here? But I feel like he always has. I think he's going to do okay.
He's won everywhere he's went.
He's literally won everywhere. But with the NFL,
college.
Whenever you can pick your players, that's whenever you can be a good salesman and get a family to allow their son to come to your school for whatever reason, however you're doing it, better than everybody else. That is a real weapon in college football that not everybody has. In the NFL, you can't do it. So I don't know how. Maybe it'll be big free agency build team. Okay, we want this guy, we want this guy, we want this guy. I assume that is potentially going to happen. Maybe that's another conversation he was having with Sean, like, hey, we're going to have to spend money in free agency. Or maybe Urban Meyer will adapt his entire ability, use his big football brain, and be able to direct it in an NFL style and have success. I'm intrigued to see how it plays out.
This doesn't move the needle at all for guys potentially going to Jacksonville, players, does it?
Ohio State guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Chip Kelly.
outside of Ohio State guys.
Look for Ezekiel Elliott to get traded from the Cowboys.
Michael Thomas.
Michael
from the
Thomas
Saints.
getting out of Saints. We know he doesn't like. He hates
that's
everything
true.
going on over there allegedly.
Why draft Trevor Lawrence when you get Dewey Haskins down there?
Oh, man. Bring in Dwayne.
Bosa.